everybody, and welcome to Tiger TV and the first part of Tommy's Tales this week in Tiger TV, where our special guest is Campbell Addison, a former Mentone player and St Bede student who is doing great things at the moment in Papua New Guinea, and the club today have presented Campbell with some old jumpers to take home with him to look after the boys up there. Welcome, Campbell.
Thanks, Tommy.
So give us a bit of background as to how this all started and how you got involved in what you're doing up there.
Okay, so I've been up in PNG for about 12 years now, working, fixing wharf structures and building structures and whatnot. And over the years, because we have a lot of local national staff up there, so we do a lot of charitable initiatives, and that helps. We help local schools, we've built some libraries, etc. So we're always looking for the new charitable things that we can do up there. And then so my uncle Stephen, who's down here at the club at the moment, said I had 4 boxes of footy jumpers left over. He said, "Can you find a home for them?" So we snapped those up pretty quick. Yeah.
Is that your Uncle Stephen who's over there videoing us?
Correct, Tommy.
Football operations manager of St Bede's at the moment.
That's it.
Yeah. So the donation of these jumpers will go a long way, obviously, to helping the kids over there follow their love of Aussie rules.
Absolutely, and they may be worn as Aussie rules. They may be worn as rugby jumpers, but it's more so to go to a good cause to the kids that don't have much over there. So that's going to be a great outcome.
Yeah, and very hot over in Papua New Guinea, as we all know. These old woolen jumpers, they might be a bit hot for the boys, or that doesn't really affect them?
No, that won't really affect them. I think they're more so just great. They'll be grateful to have a jumper and to be, some uniformity, to look as a team and that sort of stuff. So that'd be fantastic for them.
So you'll be pretty popular when they finally arrive over there.
I will. We've done a number of, as I mentioned before, some other charitable things previously, where we've done book drives, etc., etc. Sent lots of books up and sporting balls, etc. So some boots and I think some shorts. Lou was saying, "Oh yeah, we've got this, we've got that." So great, we'll find a home for it. Great.
And our club president or chairman of our board, Lou Nicholson, I know you two had a big chat at our lunch yesterday.
Correct.
Lou is looking at also doing other things that we as a club may be able to do to help you, like a boot drive, give you some old boots at the end of this year, because we always have in-lost property stacks of pairs left.
Yes. And there's always, I think, just little things like this. We don't really realise how much of an effect it can have at the other end. So little things like that, they go a long way, and we're really excited to see where it goes and what we can do.
So, are we the first sort of club who has done something like this for you, or football-wise, or have there been others?
No, this is the first sporting club. Previously out of Victoria, what we did is we got in contact with book companies, etc., and they sent up a lot of seconds and all that sort of stuff, and then families of employees got involved, and we ended up sending up about 80 boxes. So we had some huge openings at one of the libraries we'd helped build, but I thought this is another initiative now from the sporting side of things. So I've already got in contact with one of the local governors up there that I know, and he's all for it. He's really excited. So it'll be good to. We've got some good photos today, so I'll get them up to him this afternoon.
Absolutely. With the young boys out there presenting you with a jumper, which was really good.
Fantastic.
Shows that everybody at St Bede's Mentone Tigers is very inclusive of what we're doing.
Yes, and on board and committed, so that's a great thing.
Yeah. Now, a little bit about you, aside from what you're doing there, a little bit about your background, your work background, and what you are actually doing up there now.
Okay, so I'm an engineer by qualification, so I went up to Papua New Guinea for one project, to manage a wharf remediation project for 12 to 18 months, and that was in 2007. So 12 years on, I'm still there now, and our one wharf project has gone to 4 or 5 wharf projects, now some buildings and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, we deal with corrosion issues in concrete and steel structures.
Now, a little bit back to your sporting background. When St Bede's, when Mentone folded,
yes,
Uncle Stephen tells me he took you across to Cheltenham, our neighbours down the road here, and you became a bit of a legend at Cheltenham.
I ended up playing, I played all my junior football here at Mentone. I come here in, I think it's 1985. I started in the under 10s. I played 2 years of Morty Brain as under 9s, and then and then started here in under 10s, and then played right through to the final year of the seniors, and then the final year I played my first year on the Mentone Tigers seniors before they folded, and that's then when Stephen invited me up to Cheltenham and played just over 200 senior games up there, won a flag up there with him in 1995, and life member, yeah,
President?
yeah, committee member. Yeah, past committee member. So, but mum and dad, the same sort of thing. It's a family thing. It's local footy. There's lots of lots of local volunteers all doing a good thing, and yeah, it's local footy's run. I suppose it's fantastic. Yeah.
So you went to PNG. How much longer? 12 years now. How much longer you plan on staying, or is I see your young son Liam over there too. Is he up there with you?
No, he hasn't been up there yet. But I think in time, and I'm still yet to do Kokoda. But I think part of the bigger plan will be is that in time, as he's 16 now, so he's almost old enough that I'll take him over at one point and do Kokoda, and then do Anzac Day, on the tail end of Kokoda, so we can experience all of that. Yeah.
Cairns. Tell us a bit about Cairns.
Okay, so Cairns is where I live now, and I
So you fly in?
Fly in and out of Cairns,
right.
Yes. So my wife and 3 children, so we moved up to Cairns, and then I fly in and out from there. Yeah.
Nice little place, Cairns. I've been up there.
Nice and warm.
Yeah, very nice and warm. Coaching? Ever had any coaching aspirations, Cairns?
I do coach the juniors up in Cairns.
Yeah.
So I've coached up there for a number of years, and currently coaching the under 16s. Up at Cairns Hawks, at the Kazalis up there, a fantastic stadium. Been coaching for 5 or 6 years, and it's very rewarding.
They've had a bit of excitement up there in a couple of their grand finals, haven't they, in the Cairns senior levels over the last few years? I remember, I think from memory, ex-AFL footballer, what's his name? Matthew Love.
Oh, okay. I'm
got in trouble, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Dogging someone in the grand final.
Yes.
I believe there's also a connection to our club that you went to school with the brother of former St Bede's Mentone Tigers coach Luke Beveridge.
I did, yes. Marty Beveridge. Marty came across from St James in year 10. So I spent the last 3 years at St Bede's with Marty in the same year level, and funny bloke, lovely bloke. Still sort of mates on Facebook and whatnot, but haven't seen him in a few years. But it was great to meet Luke when he came up to present at one of the local footy sort of coaching things they have up there, and actually got to meet him and say, I went to school with your brother, and said hello and sort of closed the loop, and he's good.
Luke himself is quite a funny bloke, but also, as we saw over the weekend, quite an emotional bloke. I don't think he showed his emotion that much when he was down here, but he was down here a couple of weeks ago actually, and we presented him with an award that he'd been wanting to get, and I had a couple of sherbets with him. He's a good man. He's still got a innate love for this club. He's always mentioning St Bede's in his press conferences at AFL or in an article in the MO, so
yes,
that's good.
And from what I know, he looks a very humble man as well. He's just like a lovely bloke, and funny enough, obviously Stephen and Mum and whatnot, mad Footscray supporters, grew up in Footscray, so there's a good history there that ties back to Footscray also. So yeah.
And now Stephen's got the St Bede's Mentone background with the 2 boys playing here as well.
Yes, correct. Yes.
All right. Thanks, Cam. I hope on behalf of St Bede's Mentone Tigers that our donation will go a long way to helping the boys up there achieve their dreams.
Thanks very much, Tommy. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
No problems.
Cheers.